Hi guys, welcome. After making the video of how we switched from Carli 9 to Carli 10, which is a major change, it's a video of 1 hour, there is something I would like to do as well. We want, of course, our users to get as far as possible, become as much an expert as possible in ArcoLinux or /ArcoLinux. Why not also become an expert in Calamares? And thanks to TechXero, let's call him TechXero because it's actually the name on Discord, TechXero, right? He has grasped the meaning of putting all the Lego blocks together, making our ISO super personal, and not only that, making a Calamares super personal. So this is his setup. And I've just made a video about my test here with netinstall. This is the module netinstall. And all we need to do is burn or grab this code, make our own ISO, and we've got it too. Yeah, sure. And it's intended to do that. We share our code, we share our knowledge. So in here, you'll find information. Now, I'm not sure where I should go, but I think this looks like a good thing to start with. It points to GitLab, and he did mention he changed his code. So let's see if that's the correct one. So basically the technicality, what do you want to have, right? Let's put them next to each other. It's not that difficult. Audio, audio, audio players and editors, audio player and editors. And you can click this thing here and you got them all, right? And we used to do this like that, and one page and all the stuff in one long page. And then it was decided to make more groups, and then we get more netinstall things. So it's Linux. It's choosing all the time. We're choosing to use the Linux kernel, choosing to use Linux LTS, and so on. So it's understandable that people choose other things, and that's just the fun with it. You get lots of possibilities. So this long list is basically usable. I can reuse this. So let's show you how it's done. So this is indeed something I can work with. I go to raw or edit. Don't want to edit anything. Copy file contents. Open raw is mostly what I do, because then we get just decode. And I know the name is going to be this name, netinstall apps YAML or something like that, right? A name, Control A, Control C. Let's keep it around. Control Shift Enter. Carli, double click. Carli 10 has been created, right? But this is building the ISO. What we want to do is change the Calamares configuration. So you git clone Carli Calamares config, go to etc, go to Calamares, go to modules, and it says here netinstall software.conf, netinstall software.yaml, right? Let's make a copy. I need to do it again, of course. I need to get the code again. So let's make a copy of this guy, Control C, Control V. And I'm thinking about the name now. I should give the name, right? So software, the other one is software as well. Let's have a look at his name. So TechXero TX, right? TX. The netinstall TX. So I can make a longer one, doesn't matter. It's just a name, anything goes. So this is his configuration. Rename. Now I have a netinstall TechXero. I need also something to configure, a YAML thing. And that's the thing I just copied that I need to copy again probably. Tech. Just make sure you just use the same letters, Eric. So this guy and that guy is copied. This is the content of my, I have given it another name to make it a little bit more complex and like explain things, right? So apps is changed to TechXero. That's all it is. Control A, Control C. I've got it in my memory. I'm going to here. This is my list of browsers and all that. Just a short list. Control A, delete. Control V, boom, entered. Control S, saved. I have now the net install of TechXero YAML in my system. I have to tell him where it needs to go. Let's open this up. It all makes sense after watching some videos. Perl is the one I like most. Everything black is not used. So this guy is pointing now to Calamares module and so on. Remember the words. Let's not remember them and let's read them. So it's pointing to, let's get rid of that, net install software. It's pointing to the YAML of net install software, which is not the right thing. It should point to TechXero.yaml, net install TechXero.yaml. And it's also going to point to the URL, so that's a new thing that's just supplied in Calamares 3.0.39. All right, it's going online as well, so I have to push it online, otherwise it will not find it. But that's something you always have to do just for backup sake alone, so you have your configuration online. Save. So Calamares is going to boot up. He's going to look at this file, settings.conf. What is he going to find in settings.conf? He's going to find Perl, where are you? He's going to find Carli before, here it starts. Software, ID software. I need to make another instance, a new net module. Control C, and there we start. Otherwise Calamares won't see anything of my, and I have to write it again correctly, TechXero. TechXero, right? Doesn't matter. Use the same name everywhere. Here's the configuration, TechXero. And the module is a net install. We keep off from the second line. So Calamares knows, hey, I should check out that particular code and run that idea with that configuration and that YAML, and it's off. But this is not it. We need to go further. Net install software. We check out the code at the top, and we notice that the software is actually the ID. TechXero. I should change my ID. TechXero. Save. So now I'm gonna say welcome people, and then we can install stuff, and then we're gonna install stuff from the YAML of TechXero, and all the rest stays the same. Save. Anything else? Thinking? So I'm Calamares. I'm gonna read my settings configuration. I'm gonna scroll through and say, okay, I have a software here, software there, net install, module, TechXero is the idea, TechXero.conf. So I'll read the TechXero.conf. I find my .configuration. I'll open it up. I'm Calamares now, right? I'm going to check. I need still to push it to the internet, but it will not find it, right? It's not there yet, so it will take line number 2, and it will use net install TechXero, net install TechXero.yaml. He finds the code, he opens this up, and he shows me the list. Like on the forum, he will show me the list to click. Okay. Is it done? Yeah, it's done. So I'm gonna push it to the internet. say, look, let's add this particular list. We can add so many lists and so many changes along, well, thousands of packages, right? You can add them all to the list, but it's gonna be this one, config. Voila, it's now online. And now, of course, I need to build it. Building it, you must have your package builds ready. So just copy paste them all from here. Carli Calamares, start with this one. And then we say it's number 12 already. And you build it, you make the package. And you can make your own build script, so it's going to be moved immediately to somewhere and cleaned out. So that's basically what I do. I say remove these three in a script and move this guy, cut to the repo, cut to the repo, cut to the repo, here, here, and well, let's put it here for now. Why? I still need to sign it. So GPG, local sign. What is it again? L sign, local sign. L sign key, there it is. Local sign key, Carli. Off it goes, was already signed. What's all this? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh my God. All right, I went to look again. What was it again? GPG, detached sign. That's the one I need. And that's the rest was something else for later. So there you go. We have that as well. All right, so that's okay. We need to move this, of course, to the repo. So we're gonna cut it here, go back, put it in here, push it to the internet with a little script that says, oh, go get or go push everything online. And you follow what's in here. Delete mode, correct. Create mode, correct. Now, I was just thinking, if we ask 100 people, is this okay? 10 people might say, this is a great Calamares config. But 90 other people will say, no, it's not good. Because it's a personal choice. Netinstall, TechXero, they will respond things like, I don't want to have Brave. I don't want evolution on there. I just don't want to see it even on Calamares. I'm not going to click it, right? It's not installed, but I don't want to see it. And so on and so on. People will say, I want these guys to be selected all the time. All of these need to be selected by default. So you work with these variables here. Expanded. I don't want to see this expanded. I want it to be or yes or no, true or false. So choices again, choices. All right, time to build, I guess. So we have changed the Calamares. We've only changed config, right? We did not build the package, the application, not Calamares itself, just the configuration. That's the fun, to keep it separate. You can do them all in one thing. But then again, it's taking a while to build Calamares. It's a long build. If you've done that, it's longer than a configuration for sure. So I have Carli 10 here. I have the installation scripts. Everything has been downloaded already just 30 minutes ago. So why delete all my downloads? That's number 30. Delete the cache. So no, I'm not gonna delete anything from my cache, and I'm just gonna reuse it. But now we have to watch out. There it is, right? Carli Calamares config 2103, but it's not saying the reference number. I want to see the reference number, otherwise I stop everything. It says up here, Carli Calamares config 210312. 12. Is that our version? is that the one we've just pushed online? Yes or no? If it's not, I stop everything. It's the last one. We're in the clear. And then we'll wait. I'll pause the video now. And we'll wait and we'll boot up with our virtual box. Or should we read and see what's more on the GitHub as well? You can have a look at his setup here. So there are more things. Yeah, choosing is always losing. But you need to choose your packages. Are we going for GNOME? Are we going for Plasma? Are we going XFCE? It's always decision time, always. And what to install or not to install. But that's the fun as well. That's the freedom we get being on ArcoLinux, being on Linux basically, because hey, that's a Linux thing, freedom. Anything else we should know? I don't know. So this is a complete way of building a package. And I guess he's going to override things and edit and move things. I saw some move here. So I'm following, of course, my own set in my own workflow. But yeah, use Melt, use it to compare, and also use Git ahead. So if you want to see what has Eric been doing now, right? You just go to Carli, Calamares, config, right mouse click, Git ahead. What did we just do? We've added netinstall TechXero.conf. It's pointing to this and to this. And this is what we've done. And settings conf, we've added this and we've added that. Don't think we forgot anything. I think it's 100% okay, but we'll only know if we just restart. Pausing now. Right, what do we get? We get a 1.6 gigabyte. Where is it? Eric, Carli out. Okay, cool, super, F7. Launching VirtualBox, Carli 10. Choose a disk file. This one is now from 4 o'clock 52. Check, that's just released. Start. Oops, yeah, I've made already, I moved it already to the other screen to make screenshots for the other article. And this is Carli 10. Ooh, exciting. And that's the fun, right? It's so creative, this Linux thing. That's the appeal, I think. Must be. Must be something. Let's have a look. Ta-da-da-da. American English, sure thing. Waiting for everything, gathering the system information. That's mine. And now the next one. It's not working. So, what could be the reason? Well, let's have a look. Super Shift Enter. No, not working, Eric. Not a keyboard shortcut, we know. And Carli, etc, Calamares, settings conf. What's that? We have the TechXero.conf here, TechXero here. Okay, fine. I'm thinking about one reason. Well, let's go back. It is number 39, so that's a good thing, because in here we tell them to go to the remote URL. So this URL, because Calamares, netinstall TechXero. Can we try this? Open terminal. This is what I do all the time, right? It really is. You figure out what's going on the live ISO, and you say sudo nano, for example, and see this. Netinstall TechXero conf. Is there a problem with the URL? So down here to the beginning, we put a hashtag in front of it, Control X, Yeah, it's gonna work. Yes, enter. Let's have a look again. So now I'm saying forget about this URL that's online. Cancel. Yeah, sure. Then we know if that's the issue. Next. That's not the issue. Okay, Eric. Brains. File etc calamares netinstall TechXero.yaml. Groups URL. I wonder if he has problems with the fact that this line is in front of it. Don't think so. But we try everything. Trial and error all the time. Control X. What we can do as well is have a look at, first of all, yay Sublime Text. I need my machine, my editor. It's in Carli repo, so number one, I could have done sudo pacman -s. That's one thing. Then, what was I thinking? Ah yeah. What if I can't get, in this particular live environment, I can't go to the root. Can I? I can't become root. I can in ArcoLinux, I can't here. So what's going on? Shell process, Carli. Okay, I know what to do. Okay, fine. Let's go this way. Always start things from the terminal. I tell you guys that, right? Just start it from the terminal. This gives you so much information. So in this case, it's not sudo. Better do it like this, Calamares, and then -d, so we get as much possible information as we can. So what's going on with that particular thing here? He received information, master, etc Calamares, netinstall, software YAML. So that's mine. And that's not from TechXero. Okay. So we have here a line, this line, netinstall group received. And where's the other one? Basically, where's the other one? Here it says again, netinstall loading groups. We load the URL from there. Now I have deleted my text. So sudo pacman -s, Carli, of course, Carli, Calamares config. I'm gonna reinstall it so everything is back virgin installation. Check. All right. So that's again everything the same. Let's rerun again. This time I should find something about TechXero. Here it says netinstall software. And we scroll up. And scroll up. Here again it's netinstall software. So why is the TechXero not launched? Don't see it anymore anywhere else. So again, let's think like Calamares does. It's going to go to, where am I? etc Calamares. It's going to go to settings.conf. I rather like you do it with Sublime Text. Other application, Subla. Remember, please. Thank you very much indeed. So this is him, or is the her? I don't know. It. Settings.conf. TechXero. Netinstall. TechXero.conf. Okay, scroll, netinstall TechXero. Okay, so what it will do, it will go in here and it will read the netinstall TechXero, netinstall TechXero. There we are, we figured it out. X, Z. You see it? Netinstall TechXero. I'm launching something that doesn't exist. X. This is typical Eric. This really is typical Eric. Ah, and you lose time. Time. So much time. So an X. And I guess here as well. So let's go again. Netinstall techxero.conf. Where are other typos? This is an X, so that's good. And at the end here, that's here, TechXero, that's also an X. That's checked, that's checked, that's checked. Going to TechXero YAML, that's also checked. Okay. And then, yeah. Let's try. And then push out a new configuration. Let's see first. Aha. Right? Awesome. So yeah, little things, always little things. Trust me, a space, a tab, a comma, a point. It all is mind-boggling. And all we have to do is click, right? And it's installed. Because these packages, that's of course important, the packages that are on here should come from ArcoLinux, the repositories of ArcoLinux, or somewhere else, right? But it needs to come from a repository. And that's why we have our own repository. In Carli we own our own repository. On ALCI we have our own repository. Things that are not, basically things that are coming from AWAR, you need to build them yourself. Make a package, put it on a repo, and then you can add it to the list here. Okay, yeah. I'll push out a new configuration, and now you know this is gonna work. Just a question of clicking things and installing things. Is basically the rest is a net install. Maybe we can have a look here. So here you see group data received. Voila, it's coming from the internet. Netinstall TechXero YAML, which means that's again important. Starting from 3.2.39, our ISOs are frozen at some point in time. But if I put a new YAML, if TechXero gives me a new one, and I put this YAML thing on my GitHub, the ISO will change instantly. This list we have here is no longer frozen in time. We can use this extra possibility inside here to grab the data from online, and that's of course super interesting. All right guys, I'm out. I'm gonna make my typos, I'm gonna change my typos, and then it will work. All right, cheers.